one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
From Newsweek magazine, we get the story where an entire police force in South Carolina has quit en masse, with the outgoing chief blaming alleged harassment from a council member for the situation. He just quit. The 2,000 residents living in the small town of McCole in Marlborough County will have to rely on other law enforcement agencies for protection after Police Chief Bob Hale and his 4 officers all resigned. Now, a statement Hale posted on his Facebook page on November 21st of this year laid bare the animosity between his department and an unnamed official in the town. He said, quote, "It is with a heavy heart that I do confirm my resignation as Chief of Police of the McCole Police Department, along with all 4 of my fellow officers." He goes on, "My personal decision to step away from the McCole Police Department can be attributed to repeated acts of harassment, personal attacks on my character, and the overall creation of a hostile work environment perpetuated by a specific councilman." Now, McCole has a mayor and 6 council members, but Hale did not identify the official at the heart of his allegations. Newsweek reached out to McCole's council early on Monday, leaving a voicemail seeking further information and comment. Hale's Facebook statement said he had hoped to exit quietly and avoid publicity, but was posting a comment online after being repeatedly contacted by the media, keen to understand the reason behind the mass resignation. Like the whole department just walked out. We're done. He had served fewer than 18 months in the role, having been hired in June of 2023, according to local WBTW station News 13. Quote, "For months, I have endured unwarranted and malicious behavior aimed at undermining my integrity and leadership. These actions have not only affected me personally, but have also created a toxic atmosphere that has hindered the department's ability to function effectively. Despite our efforts to address these issues professionally and through appropriate channels, the harassment and hostility have persisted." Now, Hale also blasted a decision to cut a significant amount of money from our already depleted budget by the same councilman. As a result, critical needs went unmet, he said, adding that the lack of investment hampered our ability to operate. He claimed that the majority of my tenure as chief of police was spent clearing the names of my officers as well as myself from the numerous falsehoods that were made against us. He concluded by saying, "I remain hopeful that the town of McCole will come together to address these challenges, prioritize ethical leadership, and create an environment where those in public service can perform their duties free from undue interference and hostility." Kind of like us cop watchers. That's what we want. 5 of McCole's 6 council members have not commented publicly on the situation, but News 13 spoke to council member Harry Benjamin, who said he was shocked by the mass resignations and added he did not know which council member Hale had been referring to in his online allegations. Sure you don't. Charleston newspaper, the Post, and Courier spoke to Mayor George Garner about the police situation. He said Hale had submitted a written notice of resignation on October 31st, but said the letter had not expressed any ill will, because he's trying to be professional. Another police officer resigned the same day as Hale, while the remaining 3 officers all quit on November 14th, he added. That's the mayor. Garner said he was shocked by Hale's subsequent post on Facebook. The mayor admitted there had been professional disputes between the police and the councilman, but told the newspaper, "We addressed it. We thought that we all came to an agreement to let bygones be bygones. Apologies were made and accepted, and I thought everything was fine. That's the mayor. McColl's Facebook page advertised the senior police position on November 11th. Says the McColl Police Department is now accepting applications for chief of police. Applications can be picked up at Town Hall. That's his post. There's already been interest in the job openings, the mayor said, adding that he is not worried about filling the positions. In the meantime, the Marlborough County Sheriff's Office and the State Law Enforcement Division will help field emergency calls, he said. Well, the Sheriff's Department always does that. They get involved when there's no police services. The turmoil within McColl's police force is not new. There has been unusually frequent staff turnover at the department, which has had 6 police chiefs in 4 years. Wow. The Post and Courier reported that it takes a special person to work there in McColl, according to Mayor Garner. It takes a special person. It's a town of 2,000 people. How does it take a special person to work there? Like, hey, the old lady's cat is in the tree again. I'm on my way. I'll send an officer. Hey, Barney's drunk again behind the police station over here in the alley. Oh, we'll drag him in and he can sleep it off. What is the biggest crime you can have in 2,000 residents? Hey, that mountain man came back, I don't know. I digress. But I did read something when I was preparing the story for this morning. I did read something else where this police chief, Hale, may have already found a new job. So Hale may have already found a new job in South Carolina. He may be back on the job somewhere else. I didn't read it all. I didn't go into it. But he may have I think he found a new job. But not this one in McColl, where him and his 4 officers walked out just like the other 5 police chiefs. 6 police chiefs in 4 years. Lucky number 7, I think.